Alright, here we are back with a Week 1 predictions video. Great job to everyone through the off season, sticking with it and picking up players they can use. I know a lot of people really help build their teams and put their teams where they want them to be moving forward. I know a lot of people are excited about this season and the teams they've built and ready to make a difference, get to the playoffs, things like that. So we're looking forward to that definitely. If your game's supposed to be streamed, make sure you're streaming your game. That should be all divisional games and the 3 games of the week. This week and 2 moving forward. If you got shit Wi-Fi or something like that, you need to let one of the commissioners know. Once again, the commissioners moving forward will be myself, the Bears user, Twan, the Titans user, CJ, the Seahawks user, Dwayne, the Cowboys user, and Chap, the Ravens user. So you'll get with them about that. If you're not going to be able to stream a game, we're not going to make you stream a game if you're plugged into McDonald's or something along those lines. Also, talk to the before-mentioned commissioners. If you believe someone's breaking rules or cheating, preferably with proof, because I'm not sure what I'll be able to do for you if they're denying your accusations. Without that, all that being said, we're going to move forward to predictions. I'm also going to do a prediction for who I think is going to win each division, and then that's going to be it. There's no weekly players or anything like that to go over. So let's go into the schedule. First game, we got a division game. I know Texans user missed a lot last year. He says he's going to be fine this year. He's going to be playing all his games, things like that. So that's good. Jags fell 1 game short of the playoffs last season, making it there. Dolphins end up winning his game, and it cost the Jaguars. He's 1 game short, so I know he's looking to get back to the playoffs this year. He's going to take care of business here in Week 1. He's got a good, solid run game, especially adding Chubb, and it's going to be a Jaguars win here. Next we have the Giants and Bears. Giants started off 10-0 last year. Ended up finishing like 13-3. Had trouble with the Eagles and a few other people. Or 14-2, whatever it was. Made the playoffs. He lost pretty handily to the Falcons in his first game in the bye. Bears missed the playoffs for the first time. They lost the division for the first time. Definitely looking to get back and get things the way it's supposed to be. And that's going to start with a W this week. They're gonna beat the Giants. I think a decently close game, but I think that the Bears' run game and defense is going to carry them over the hump for the victory. Next we have the Pats and the Colts. Colts did not have a good year last year. I believe he was 1-15 or 2-14, but he made some good draft picks. His first pick was Marvin Harrison Jr. Very fitting for him to go to the Colts. So looking to definitely get him the ball. He's got some new weapons. Pats took the year off, I guess you want to call it that. Trying to get his team right. He's going to be back this year. I expect him to make the playoffs, so on and so forth. I'm going to take the Patriots here by a few scores in this one. Got the Raiders at the Bengals. Raiders did not have a good season last year. Bengals was building his team up last season. Neither one of these teams participated in the draft. I'm not sure if they got anybody all that well. I'm going to pick the upset in this one. I think the Raiders is generally the better user, but the Bengals is a good offense. He's getting better on defense. He's been consistent more lately, and the Bengals are going to start the season off 1-0. Dolphins at Steelers. Both these teams like to run the ball. Dolphins definitely a lot more proficient at it than the Steelers are. Dolphins probably a slightly better defensive team, but Pittsburgh has a good defense as well. Miami's going to go into here and they're going to beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Probably by 7 to 10 points at least, I would say. A good, strong day for Melvin Gordon moving forward. Packers at Vikings. I don't know if the Packers' Wi-Fi situation is being fixed. If he plays the game, I think he's got a really good chance to win. But whether it's played or not, I think I'm gonna take Hurt to get the victory here. Vikes are gonna start the season off 1-0. He's a decent user, so be a good victory for him. And my Alexa's going off for some reason. Next, we got the Broncos at the Eagles. This Broncos user won the Super Bowl last year with that Jets team that Savon built, so I know he's looking to do his own thing this year, so he switched over to the Broncos. He's got a lot of speed on that team. He's really going to build this team the way he wants to. Eagles made the playoffs last year. Lost in the first round with the Lions, but nonetheless, he got there, took a wild card spot. He beat up on the Giants both times he played them, too. So I think this game could be close for most of the game. I think the Eagles have a better roster, but I think that Denver's going to win by about 7 points. They're going to take it over in the fourth quarter. This one's a really interesting one. Almost picked it for Game of the Week just because it'll be interesting. But Bunny always streams his games. Bunny's got this new look team. He's switching people around. Justin Fields is a 99 overall quarterback, and he is being benched for De'Aaron King moving forward. So that is going to be something to pay attention to, something to watch. Uh, I think that because of this big drop off that's coming in the quarterback position, as far as some other positions as well, the Bunny's fixing to get hit by a freight train. Especially with passing the ball, he's going to have overthrows. King's more likely to fumble the ball, things like that. I think Cowboys are going to win this game by about 14 to 17 points. Dwayne's not a pushover, so he's going to get the victory here. Next, we have the Redskins at the Chiefs. Redskins had kind of a down year last year after winning the division the year before. I know he's looking to get back to doing his thing. He's a tough user. Chiefs user has a really good offense. Defense actually played decently well at the end of the season there as well. I'm going to take the Redskins to get the W this game. Falcons at Cards. Oh, never mind. That's one of the games. We'll come back to it. Panthers at Seahawks. Panthers has really built his defense up. He's got Patrick Queen and Brian Burns back there just wreaking havoc. His offense, he's still got all his main weapons, Christian McCaffrey and Jerry Jeudy and Curtis Samuel and DJ Moore, and he's got a lot. CJ also has built his team up with losing Russell Wilson. His quarterback position has dropped off a taddest bit, but he's got good weapons to surround him with. He added Tyreek Hill last year. I know the defense has improved. He's got good cornerbacks, good D-line. I'm going to take CJ to win this game here. He showed whenever he plays his games last year that he can get victories. So I'm going to take the Seahawks by 14 here. Saints at Niners. Saints had a hot start last year. Started off 6-0 and then was like 9-1 and ended up finishing like 11-5. Did not play well down the stretch. Niners is a good defensive user. This is another one I'm going to pick the upset in. I think the Niners are going to get done. He plays good defense. He's going to run the ball well. If he can stop the Saints' run game, that's just going to be the end of it. So I'm going to take the 49ers to win the game here. Get the Ravens at the Browns. This is usually the Browns' division, but this last season it was taken over by the Ravens. He won the division for the first time. It's a really good job, chap there. I think that Kareem Hunt is gone. He was picked up by the Eagles. Actually, I didn't even mention that in the Eagles game. That's going to make a difference. The Eagles could get the W there, but I think I'll stick with Denver. Browns offense, defensive backs have gotten better as well. I think he'll play better than he played last season, but I think Chap's still going to get the victory. He's really got this team rolling the way he wants it to be. Next, we got the Bills at the Jets. New look Jets team, or new look Jets users, I should say. He was the old Chargers and Dolphins user, Chris, so he took over the Jets and this stacked ass team. He's playing probably his biggest opponent in that hard AFC East. Buffalo, he's going to play them in the first game. Could be a reality check for him with his first game with this team. I know he's a decent user, but I'm going to say first game, even as talented as the team is, he's not going to be able to utilize all his weapons. Buffalo's going to get the victory here. And another upset, I guess, if you want to call it that. We got 3 games of the week. The first one is the Falcons at the Cardinals. These two teams have played one time before, kind of set the league on fire. It was the Cardinals. It was like week 2 seasons ago or something like that. Cardinals was a new look guy, just kind of came into the league, and he beat Nuke in the first one of his first games. I think it was 20-16 or something like that. Picked off like 6 passes. So he really set the chat up. I think with one of those 400 or 500 messages type of days. I'm not sure if he'll have as much success. People have started to kind of figure him out, especially his run game. Defense has improved, but not spectacular. And Atlanta had the best season I've seen him play in the league last year. So I think the Falcons are going to get to it and start off 1-0 with victory here. Rams at Lions. These two teams played twice last year. Very different outcomes. First time was the opening game of the year. Rams shut out the Lions 21-0. Jimmy had a really good season. He finished 16-0, and then he made the playoffs, and he got first round bye. And the first game back, he played the Lions and lost 13-10. The Lions eventually made it to the Super Bowl. Had a tough game there, but wasn't able to come out with it. Both of them really good users. Jimmy is my pick to win the Super Bowl this year. So I'm gonna take the Rams over the Lions here. Next, we have the Titans at the Chargers. These two teams played twice last year. Chargers won the first one. Titans won the second one, I believe. In the playoffs, the Titans beat the Chargers. So it could be a really interesting game here. 2 strong run games. 2 good developing quarterbacks. I'm going to take the Chargers in this one. I think he's going to have this team going. I think that Twan didn't do his draft. I think he's going to come in. He's going to be trying to uh, get his team figured out. He can't ever decide if he's a running or a passing team, so I think that will be relevant here to this game. I'm going to take the Chargers. That's all for the weekly predictions. Like I said, I am going to pop over real quick and do a standings predictions for each division. Who I think is going to win each division, and then who I think the 2 wildcard teams will be. AFC North. I think the Browns are coming back this year. I think he's going to get back to playing the way he's supposed to be playing. So I think he's going to. This is going to be a tough division. I'm going to stick. I'm going to take the Browns. Actually, yeah, I'm going to take the Browns to come back and win this division over the Ravens. It'll be close. It'll be very, very close. It'll be one of those. One of them's 8-8, one of them's 7-9 type of things, or maybe a tiebreaker. AFC South. This is the Titans division. Jags will definitely make a push for one to be one of those playoff teams, but I'm going to take the Titans to win this one. AFC East, one of the toughest divisions in this whole league. 4 decent users here. Jets team is really nice. I don't think he's going to win the division though. I think his offense is relatively easy to figure out. He can become frustrated and throw picks and things like that. Buffalo is my pick to win the division here. AFC West, new Broncos user is definitely gonna make a push, one of those type of things. But Chargers user is definitely good at this game, so I'm gonna take the Chargers to win the division. NFC North, you already know what this is. This is a one-time show, one-time free access for the Lions. It's gonna be the Bears division this year. I already looked at my schedule. I don't think there's any way I shouldn't be starting off, 10-0, 10-1, whatever it was, something like that. I got 2 late games versus the Lions. Bears are going to win this division. NFC South, pretty cut and dry. It's going to be Atlanta here all the way. He beat up on the Saints whenever he did play him. Bunnies kind of throwing his team into the trash can. I don't think. I mean, he could make a push for a playoff, but I don't see him winning the division. NFC East, very tough division here as well. I want to pick Dwayne. I really do. He's the only team yet to win this division. Giants play good. I think Skins will be back this year. He's going to play tough. Eagles are always tough. I'm going to take Peso to win the division. Giants, very close. This one's it's hard. I mean, any of these teams can win. NFC West, this is going to be the Rams. I do think the Seahawks will be one of the 2 playoff teams, though. He's going to play him tough. CJ can definitely play whenever he does play. We go on over. So on the AFC side, I said that I had Buffalo, I had the Chargers, I had the Titans, and I had the Buffalo, Chargers, Titans, Browns. That was my 4 division winners. My 2 playoff teams for the AFC, I'm going to go with the Jets as one, and I don't want to say the Broncos won't make it, but I'm going to take the Jets and the Broncos. Yeah, I'm going to take the Broncos as my 6th seed. For the NFC side, I said you had Bears, Falcons, Giants, and Rams. I think this is easy. CJ and the Lions will be the 2 wildcard teams to make the playoffs. So that's going to be it for the predictions video. If anybody's interested in doing one of these, make sure you message me or one of the other commissioners. We'll definitely help work that out. I want to hear as many people as we can, especially new voices, things like that. Y'all get your games in and have a good day.